A very warm welcome to all of you. In the beginning, I would like to congratulate Indian Accounting Association and Ramanujan College for this wonderful initiative. The topic of this session is digital and social media marketing, a very relevant and a very important topic, especially as the world is progressing and as people are becoming much more aware and sophisticated in terms of their knowledge. Also, digital and social media marketing have proved to be quite effective as we have seen during the pandemic times. So let's get started and deep dive into the topic. The term digital marketing is a combination of two words, digital and marketing. Well, marketing is the process of understanding customer needs and wants and then accordingly developing goods, services or other kind of products to fulfill those needs and wants in the best possible manner and add digital to the word. And this implies when the process of marketing is carried out through digital outlets in order to make the marketing activities more profitable and in order to satisfy customer needs and wants to the maximum possible. Let's now understand the concept of digital marketing. Digital marketing is not a new concept. It has been around for a long time, as long as radios and televisions have been on homes. It wasn't just born with the internet. Digital marketing is marketing that utilizes internet and online based digital technologies such as desktop computers, laptops, mobile phones and other digital media and platforms to promote products and services. In fact, digital marketing, includes all marketing efforts that use an electronic device or the internet. Yeah, internet is part of digital marketing and so is social media. Whether you talk of Twitter or email marketing or a term which you might have heard of, that is search engine optimization, it is all about digital marketing. But there are several other mediums and outlets that take advantage of digital marketing, such as television, radio, and even digital signs and billboards. In case a restaurant owner has a digital sign out front that advertises the daily specials, then technically that person is using digital marketing. That is why the extension of digital marketing to non-internet channels differentiates it from online marketing. Let's now have a look of the significance of digital marketing. Well, digital marketing is about implementing a customized mix of different digital marketing channels to accomplish a number of goals. It could be like increasing the sales and profit figures of the company. It could be building awareness among the target group or developing a connect with the audience. It could be promoting the good or the service. And there are many more objectives which can be achieved with the help of digital marketing. Let's have a look at some specific of these objectives. Now, the one very important objective that can be achieved with the help of digital marketing is that the company can target only the prospects that are most likely to purchase company's good or service. Digital marketing helps the company reach a larger audience than they could through digital media and target those prospects which are most likely to buy the good or service. If a company places an advertisement on TV or in a magazine or on a billboard, then it has limited control over who sees the ad. Of course, certain demographics can be measured, like the magazine's typical readership or the demographics of the certain neighborhood. But still, it's like shooting in the dark. With the help of digital marketing, the marketeers are able to identify and target a highly specific audience and send that audience personalized and high converting marketing messages. This could be done through different targeting features that are available online, where the online ads are shown to a certain audience based on variables such as age, gender, location, interest, or behaviors. Another important benefit of digital marketing is that it's more cost effective than most of the traditional marketing methods. Well, digital marketing enables the company to track campaigns on daily basis and decreases the amount of money that the company is spending on a certain channel if it is not demonstrating high rate of interest. But the same cannot be said for traditional forms of advertising. So it doesn't matter how your billboard performs, but it will still cost the company the same amount, whether it is helping the company to earn some revenue or not. Also, for small businesses with a limited budget, the digital marketing platforms and the techniques can really, help them attain high ROI even with minimum spending. Further, digital marketing helps companies outrank bigger players in the industry. Now, if it's a small business, it's really difficult to compete with the major brands in the industry, many of which have millions of dollars to invest in television commercials or nationwide campaigns. But fortunately, with the help of digital marketing, there are plenty of opportunities with the help of which a small business can outrank the big players. For example, the company can identify certain keywords that relate to the good or the service and create high quality content. The creation of such a relevant and important content will help the company rank high on search engines. And with the help of this, a company can develop into growing a brand, which is one of the biggest. Because the search engine will prioritize content that resonates best with the target audience. Additionally, social media help will help the company to reach new audiences through influencer marketing. So there are many big brands on social media, but nowadays, people do follow influencers who will occasionally showcase products or services. And, for a small to medium sized company, this could be a really good avenue to consider. Also, one of the significant advantages of digital marketing is that it is measurable. Now, digital marketing helps the marketer get a comprehensive and start to finish view of all the metrics that really are important for the company, including impressions, shares, views, clicks, and the time the customers are spending on a particular page. So this is one of the biggest benefits of digital marketing. While traditional advertising can be useful for certain goal, but one of the biggest limitations associated is measurability, which is taken care of in case of digital marketing. So unlike most offline marketing efforts, digital marketing allows marketers to see accurate results, that too in real time. So if this company has put an advertisement in a newspaper, it is difficult to estimate how many people actually flipped to that page and paid attention to your ad. And there is no surefire way to know if that ad was responsible for any sales at all. On the other hand, with the help of digital marketing, the company can measure the ROI of pretty much any aspect of their marketing efforts in a very accurate manner. So these are the different advantages which digital marketing offers, and definitely, it stands out high in terms of its return as compared to traditional marketing methods. Let's move ahead and look at the types of digital marketing. There are a number of techniques of digital marketing that can be utilized by the marketer in order to achieve the marketing objectives. These range from search engine optimization to content marketing to marketing automation to social media marketing. Let's have a look at them. Talking about search engine optimization, or commonly known as SEO, it is the process of optimizing the website. Well, this means that the website will rank higher in a search engine result page. That means when people will search for a particular thing, the website will be one of the first views to appear on the result page. This will ensure that the amount of people who visit your website will be higher. The channels that can benefit from search engine optimization includes websites, blogs, as well as the infographics, that is the visual content. Another important technique that can be used by marketers is content marketing. Well, this term denotes the development and the promotion of content, that is information, for the purpose of generating awareness about the brand, for increasing people who come to your website or a particular post, for generating the leads, and for influencing the customers. The channels that can play an important part in the content marketing include blog posts, ebooks, white papers, and infographics. Let's have a look at them. Well, talking about blog posts, it is about writing and publishing articles on the company. This helps demonstrate the company's expertise, and it will help to get the traffic, that is people or customers for your business. This ultimately gives business more opportunities to convert the people who are visiting the websites into people who buy your product. The next one is ebooks and white papers. Well, ebooks or electronic books, white papers, and similar long form content will further help in educating people who visit the website. It also helps the company to exchange content for a reader's contact information, generating leads again for the company, and moving people through the buyer's journey. The next one is that of infographics. Now, sometimes readers want you to show, the company to show certain things and not tell. They're more interested in visuals or the graphics. So infographics are the visual content that will help the website visitors, understand a concept in a better way with the help of visualization, and therefore learn more about the company. The next technique that can be used by marketers is pay-per-click marketing. Now, pay-per-click PPC is a method of getting traffic, customers to your website by paying the publisher every time your ad is clicked. One of the most common types of pay-per-click is Google Ads, which allow you to pay for the top slot on Google search engine result page at a price which is based on per click of the links that you place on the page. Other channels where a company can use pay-per-click are paid ads on Facebook. So herein the users can pay to customize a video, an image post, or a slideshow, which Facebook will publish to the news feeds of people who match your business audience. Also, Twitter ad campaigns where the users can pay to place a series of posts or profile badges to the news feeds of specific audience, all dedicated to accomplish a specific goal for the business. Now, this goal could be, again, getting website traffic, more Twitter followers, engaging people through your tweets, or even, influencing them to download your apps. And also another channel where PPC can be used is sponsored messages on LinkedIn. Here, users can pay to send messages directly to specific LinkedIn users based on their industry and background. The next technique which can be used under digital marketing is affiliate marketing. Well, this is a performance-based advertising where the company receives commission for promoting someone else's product or services on their website. So affiliate marketing channels include posting video ads through the YouTube partner program or posting links from your social media accounts. The next technique of digital marketing is native advertising. Well, native advertising refers to advertisements that are, primarily content led, and they get featured on a platform alongside other non-paid content. So under this, we have Facebook advertising or Instagram advertising. An important technique under digital marketing is marketing automation. Marketing automation refers to the software that helps the marketers to automate their basic marketing operations. Now, the marketing departments can automate all the repetitive tasks that they would do otherwise manually. It could include the following, such as, email newsletters. So email automation actually does not only allows the marketer to automatically send emails to the subscribers, but it can also help the marketers to shrink, or to increase the contact list as according to the requirements, because the newsletters are only going to the people who want to see them in their inboxes. Another task under marketing that can be made efficient with the help of technology is social media post scheduling. So if a company wants to grow its presence on a social network, then it needs to post frequently. But manual posting is a bit of an unruly process. So social media scheduling tools help in putting a company's content on the social media channels in a very effective, and a very easy manner, so that the company can spend more time focusing on the creation of the content. The next task, marketing, that can be helped effectively with the help of digital medias is that of leading, and nurturing the workflows. Now, generating leads, that means getting customers and converting those customers into buyers, can be a long process. But this process can be automated by sending leads, specific emails and content once they fit particular criteria, such as when they will download or open a particular ebook. Also, the campaigns which the company develops can be tracked, and effective reporting can be done. So marketing campaigns can include, a lot of different people, emails, content, web pages, phone calls, and a lot of other aspects. But marketing automation can help sort everything that a company is working on by the campaign, and then track the performance of that campaign based on the progress of each of these components over time. The next technique under digital marketing is email marketing. Well, we all make use of, emails. We all keep on sending and receiving emails. Companies can also make use of email marketing, and it is one of the effective ways of communicating with their audiences. So email is often used by companies to promote their content, to tell them about different offers, discounts, events, as well as to direct people towards their website. So the company, in their email might send the following things, such as newsletters, or it could be, some follow-up message to the visitors who wanted to download something. It could be welcoming the customers. It could be offering them some loyalty programs, or it could be, some messages which help in nurturing the relationship with the customers. Another technique under digital marketing is online PR. That is online public relations. Now, this is the practice of securing, online coverage with digital publications, blogs, and other content-based websites. It is much like traditional public relations method, but in the online space. So the company can make use of different channels to maximize their public relations. It could be done, through reporter outreach with the help of social media, like talking to journalists on Twitter, which is a great way of developing relationship with the press, right? Engaging into online reviews of your company. So when someone reviews for your company, online, whether that review is good or bad, then, the company can engage into that review and respond back, and, in fact, deliver a powerful message that helps the company to protect its reputation. Also, the company can engage into comments on their personal website or blog. So similar to the way the company can respond to its reviews, the company can respond to the people who are reading their content. And it is a good way to, develop a productive conversation about the company and its products. Finally, one of the most popular, and one of the most important techniques of digital marketing is social media marketing. So now next in the session, we will discuss in detail about social media marketing. Social media, from a small child to a college going student to a professional or be it a retired person, everyone seems to be hooked to some social media platform or other. Let's understand what social media technically is. Well, social media refers to a set of internet-based applications which have been developed on the foundations of web, and they enable the development and exchange of the content which has been generated by the users. It includes both websites as well as mobile phone-based messaging applications. Now, social media is quite a recent phenomenon. It started in 1997. The first social networking website was 6degrees.com, which was initiated in 1997, and it worked until 2001. Some of the most successful platforms which we all use are LinkedIn, which was founded in 2003, Facebook, founded in 2004, and Twitter, 2006. Also, some of the popular mobile-based apps which we all seem to be using include WhatsApp Messenger, Instagram, and Snapchat. Now, in order to understand social media marketing, there are a lot of frameworks that have been proposed by different authors. One of the important social media frameworks has been suggested by Katzman et al. In the year 2011. This is popularly known as the honeycomb model. Honeycomb, that is the hexagonal cells which are made by bees in order to store, eggs and honey. So this particular model highlights the 7 aspects of participation that are there in social media. The first dimension is identity. This refers to the extent to which the users of a particular social media platform reveal themselves. The next one is conversations, which implies the extent to which the users communicate with each other on social media. Next aspect is sharing, which refers to the extent to which users exchange, they distribute or they receive content from each other. Next is presence, which refers to the extent to which consumers know that others are available on this platform. The next dimension is relationships, which refers to the extent the users relate to each other. Next is reputation, which refers to the extent to which the users know about the social standing of others and the social standing of the content. And the last one is groups, which refers to the extent to which users are interested in forming communities. Now, talking about social media marketing in terms of the way it works, social media marketing entails the usage of social media platforms and different social networks for achieving marketing objectives. So social media marketing involves engagement with the existing customers as well as reaching out to the customers who are the prospective ones. So social media marketing involves publishing great content on the social media profiles, listening to the users, engaging with the followers, analyzing the results, and running social media advertisements. The social media marketing first started with publishing. Businesses were sharing their content on social media to generate traffic to their websites and also then convert, those people into buyers, that is achieving sales. But social media has matured far beyond just a place where the content is being published. Nowadays, businesses are using social media in a different number of ways. For example, a business that is concerned about what people are saying about its brand would constantly monitor social media conversations and respond to relevant mentions. A business that wants to understand how it's performing on social media would analyze the reach, the engagement, and the sales with the help of analytics. A business that wants to reach a specific set of people at scale would run highly targeting social media ads, that is social media advertising. So in this way, social media uses a number of techniques in order to help a company to better understand its users and to better serve its users. Now, there are different components that are involved in social media. Let's have a look at them. Talking of the major components, the first one is business intelligence. This involves continuous monitoring of data or the comments, the collection and analysis of data, and using the insights that are obtained from the data. That is acting intelligently on the basis of information that has been collected and analyzed. Another significant component of social media marketing is program management. This involves managing the marketing campaigns on social media platforms. For example, Airbnb, in the year 2016 had a captivating campaign called Experiences, which extended across the company's Instagram feed to print, TV, and other social media channels. Now, the introduction of Experiences campaign expanded Airbnb's footprint in the hospitality sector as it gave it, access to the local communities and to people having different interests. And therefore, the company could achieve immense success in terms of its reach and in terms of its sales and profit revenues. The next important component of social media marketing is application development. This refers to, integration of customized apps on the company's social media platforms. For example, one of the, websites, snow.com, which is a weather tracking website, which provides an application on their Facebook page, which gives users customized updates on weather. Now, a company needs to develop social media marketing strategy to truly take advantage of different tools and techniques. Brands need to approach activities on social media in a planned manner. So the steps that a marketer should follow in order to take a sequential approach for social media marketing involves these steps. The first one is defining the company objectives. The company should first lay out what are the objectives it wants to achieve through social media, whether it is sales or public relations or brand building or simply spreading awareness about the new product, or is it collecting consumer data, or is it about handling customer complaints? Because different social media platforms are used for obtaining different objectives. For example, Dell has its website. It has 2 Twitter handles, one for college students and one for refurbished products. So the different platforms help the companies to focus their efforts in accordance with the specific objectives. The next step in the social media marketing strategy is identification and understanding of target audience. Each brand has its own set of target audience. So if we talk of websites such as jeevansathi.com, it contains of people who are looking for partners. Siksha.com, people who are interested in getting information about different education opportunities. 99acres.com, people who are searching for property, whether to buy or sell or to rent. Thus, it is essential for companies to understand who their target audience is and then accordingly identify the social media sites that are used by its target audience. The next step in the process is assessment of the existing engagements. Well, the company at the initial stage should assess the platforms on which it is present and how much it is contributing to the company. If the existing platform is not giving much, the company needs to improve the content strategy by developing fresh content that is in accordance with the user's expectation. After a company assesses the existing engagement, the next step is to grow and to improve its social media presence. So new social media platforms may be added to the list of the existing platforms. And for effective content, firms should hire journalists, copy editors, photographers, and website designers so that it can effectively communicate, to the audience. And finally, this next step which the marketer should take under social media marketing strategy is measurement of results. Now, activities and interactions on social media need to be tracked and assessed on a continuous basis. Nowadays, this is done very effectively with the help of social media analytics. Analytics provide rich and detailed information about the impact of each social media activity and thus helps the company in acting accordingly. So this is all about social media marketing. In the end, I would sum up by saying that digital marketing, that is carrying out of marketing activities through digital platforms, and social media marketing, one of the effective techniques of digital marketing, are the ways the businesses will be done in the future. This is so because each one of us is spending so much time, on the digital platforms, specifically on social media. So businesses cannot ignore digital marketing and particularly social media marketing. In fact, they can immensely benefit by using digital marketing and by developing an effective social media marketing strategy. I would like to thank all of you. In case if you have any problem, you can write to me at ekta@mln.tu.ac.in. Thank you all.